this is Chuck Bejan, and I'm going to walk you through the new features of tps5. Just give you a little demonstration. And we're going to start off by entering the -H for help mode so we can see all the new parameters. And first thing we notice is by using the choices primitive in the code, our mode argument now comes up with a list of 3 choices, so the user knows what the valid choices are they can pick from. And we have also added a -R or --random, which has 2 values, y or n, for yes or no, and this is the randomization parameter. It's an optional parameter, and if it is specified to be y, then the user can randomize the order that the ports are scanned in for the port scan. To give you an example of how choices work, let's say the user tried to enter a mode that is invalid. Something like, I don't know, Fred or something. What would happen? Well, since Fred isn't one of our valid choices, it is flagged by Python as an invalid value for that command line argument. And it tells the user which values are valid. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate the randomization of the ports in the port scan. And to do this, we are going to specify SYN for SYN scan mode, the target that we want to run the scan on, and we can use an IP address or a domain name for this. We're going to use a domain name, and my favorite domain, www.target.com. The first port we're going to scan is port 80, and the last port we're going to scan will be port 450, let's say. All right, since we want to use randomization, we're going to use our new optional argument, R for random. We're going to set that to Y to say we want that to be randomized, and we'll let fly. And it says ports will be scanned in this order. You see the list of ports. That's the list of the ports. You can see the order that they're actually being scanned in. So it's not a sequential scan at all. We see that the port scan has returned 2 ports that are open. Port 80, which is HTTP, that's another change. We've added the protocols here. And port 443, which is HTTPS. So we reported both of those correctly. The third addition for this cycle was the new rscan mode. And what that does is it runs a trace route against a target and then performs a SYN scan against each host along that route returned by the trace route. So to see this in action, we're going to go to rscan mode, and again we want www.target.com. Our first port we'll scan will be 80, and since this is going to involve a lot of hosts along this route, we'll cut down on the number of ports we scan. Let's see, the last port is, I don't know, 200. And again, we can use randomization if we so wish, so let's do that. Trace route results are reported, and then it starts going down each host along the route and running a SYN scan against them. And since randomization is enabled, we are randomizing the order of each SYN scan and they are different between hosts. And it's going to take a minute to finish because there are several hosts along the way to target.com for my home office. And I believe we have only one or two more hosts to go. Should be just about done. And that should be the last host. That looks like target.com's IP. And there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of tps5.